The warband needed a leader in front, a champion to stiffen the Jern's morale and stir their ferocity. Not the Awama. She was their heart. It had to be him. He was the only one with the power to do what was needed. "Stay back! Stay away from me!" he yelled at her. White and blue flickered around the edges of his sword and shield as he ran toward the charging Vors. Rooting Jerns scrambled out of his path, leaving Jakss facing hundreds of screaming Vor warriors. The electromancy, suppressed for months, rushed to his bidding. The triple steps of invocation merged as one and crackled around him in a sparking magical aura. Half panicked, half enraged, he willed the magic into a dazzling ball of lightning as he sprinted forward. Grass burned behind him and left a trail of smoke in his wake. Forks of electricity leapt and blasted arrows that targeted him. The projectiles burst into flashes of fire and banged with every strike. All eyes on the flank drew to the glowing lightning god thundering across the meadow. The charging Vors faltered and hastily formed a shield wall to meet this new adversary. A Vor griefmaster, teeth bared and eyes rounded, pushed through the wall, carrying an enormous two-handed battle-axe. He took 3 steps, leapt again, and then soared through the air with the crescent of his weapon bearing down on Jakss. Jakss pointed his sword at the Gravmancer. Lightning lanced down the weapon to strike the enemy battle mage. A brilliant flash splintered the axe and hurtled the charred torso backward to thud at the foot of the shield wall. "Regroup! Follow me!" he yelled at the Jerns behind him. Jakss frowned as the shield wall parted 50 yards away. A red-robed woman marched through the gap, weaving her arms through the air. Flames appeared in her hands and grew as her arms continued their intoxicating dance. The visage of a burning dragon flew out of the fire and flapped flaming wings above the fire mage. Jakss shuddered, fearing the powers of this woman who so masterfully conjured this draconic invocation to life. His nerve almost broke when the dragon spat a column of fire into the air and flailed its neck from side to side, hovering above her. The fire mage stared at Jakss and then thrust her arms at him. The dragon swooped and raced across the field as though to engulf him. An electric wall crackled in front of Jakss. A bully's sneer, a biting spider, an armoured fist, and his mother's crushed skull fueled the shield into existence. The draconic missile smashed into the shimmering barrier with a conflagration of flames. The detonation deafened and blinded him momentarily, even though he had turned away from the blast. When his sight returned, the wall of lightning stood crackling, but nothing was left of the fire-manced dragon except the smoking dirt around him. Jakss staggered, fatigue sapping his concentration and focus. His lightning wall disappeared. A second fiery dragon swooped into the air above the mage. He couldn't absorb another massive assault like the last. He would have to destroy the source. As the firemancer's arms snaked the air, the conjuration grew with every motion. The dance focused her attention, building up another magical assault. Jakss sprinted toward his enemy, jumped over a ditch, and dared to close half the distance to her. His electromancy had not stretched out this far before, and he had to strike, now.